Hello students, today we are going to study about GST accounting entries. GST means Goods and Services Tax. So before starting practical entries, let us have an overview of GST. Let us have a look at this chapter. First is introduction, then meaning and special features of GST, then supply of GST, fourth benefits of GST, fifth rate of GST, and lastly we are going to solve practical sums. Here you can see a chart showing state taxes to be subsumed within GST, which means all these taxes which were the old taxes or old tax system are now cancelled and the new tax structure has came into effect from 1st July 2017. So here you can see state VAT, purchase tax, entry tax, tax on advertisement, central sales tax, luxury tax, entertainment tax, taxes on lotteries, betting and gambling. These all taxes are converted into one, which is only known as GST. In our country, various indirect taxes were collected by the central government, state government and government of union territories, like the VAT, which means value added tax, excise duty, custom duty, sales tax, purchase tax, entry tax, service tax, entertainment tax, etc. Due to the diversity of these indirect taxes, government, tax officers, and taxpayers faced many problems in their management. To eliminate such type of complexities in indirect taxes, instead of having different provisions of central government, state government, and government of union territories, new tax act is introduced with slogan of One Nation, One Tax, that is GST Act. It became effective from 1st July 2017 in the country. GST is an indirect tax. Entire operation and regulations of GST are done through GST Council. Tax which is applicable on supply of goods and services is known as GST. In the context of GST, 5 acts are passed. All GST rates are recommended by the GST Council. GST will include many state and central level indirect taxes. It overcomes drawback of present tax system. Here you can see the revised tax structure in GST. Previously there was direct tax which includes income tax, wealth tax, etc. But now indirect tax has took place, which is also known as GST, goods and services tax, under which there are two categories, intrastate and interstate. Intrastate refers to the supply within the state or union territory or within the own state or union territory, under which again there are two categories, namely CGST and SGST. C stands for central and S stands for state. And the next is interstate supply, which means supply out of state or union territory or the supply other than our own state or union territory, which includes IGST, and I stands for integrated GST. Okay. Now CGST stands for Central Goods and Service Tax, which is administered by central government. SGST stands for State Goods and Services Tax, which is administered by state government, and IGST stands for Integrated Goods and Service Tax, which is administered by central government. Now let us see the features or characteristics of GST. Tax which is applicable on supply of goods and services is known as GST. The special features of GST are as follows. First is one tax. Goods and services are covered under one tax only. Second, tax collection on supply. Tax is collected on supply of goods and completion of services instead of tax collection on production or sales of goods or providing of services. Third, GST Council. Entire operation and regulation of GST are done through GST Council. Each state has representation in GST Council. The Finance Minister of Center works as chairman of this council. Fourth, GST rates. All GST rates are recommended by the GST Council. Fifth, import and GST. Import of goods and services are treated as interstate supply. Sixth, input tax credit. GST paid on purchase is allowable deduction from sale of goods and sale of goods and services. Seventh, tax distribution. An appropriate tax distribution system for central and state government is made available in this tax. Tax determination. All tax rate on good and supply are determined on the basis of heads of goods and services. Next, predetermined tax rate structure. For applicable tax rates, predetermined tax structure is made available. 10th, 5 GST Acts. In the context of GST, 5 acts are passed. And the last is uniformity. GST laws, rules, procedures and rate of taxes are similar across the country, due to which it is viable and understood easily. When transaction of supply is done by the trader within our state or union territory, it is known as intra-state supply. When transaction of supply is done by the trader outside of own country or union territory, it is known as interstate supply. Details of applicable GST for acquisition means purchase and supply or sale of goods and services or both. First is acquisition or purchase, same thing, of GST or both. उसमें इनपुट इनपुट CGST एंड इनपुट SGST आएगा जब अगर वो विद इन ओन स्टेट या यूनियन टेरिटरी है, और अगर वो आउटसाइड स्टेट या यूनियन टेरिटरी है तो हम उसको इनपुट IGST लगाएंगे. फॉर परचेज प्लीज़ रिमेंबर वर्ड इनपुट विल बी यूज्ड. एंड सेकेंड इज सप्लाई और सेल ऑफ GST. उसमें आउटपुट CGST प्लस आउटपुट SGST दोनों का हाफ रेशियो आएगा अगर वो सप्लाई विद इन द ओन स्टेट या यूनियन टेरिटरी है. एंड इफ इट इज़ आउटसाइड द स्टेट और यूनियन टेरिटरी तो आउटपुट IGST आएगा. IGST हमेशा टोटल होता है. फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल अगर आप ले लें इनपुट या आउटपुट दोनों का ही मैं कॉमन जनरल बात बता रही हूँ. IGST सपोज 10 है 10%, तो CGST और SGST दोनों में डिवाइड हो जाएगा 5%. बट कंडीशन आपको देखनी है कि वो सप्लाई विद इन ओन स्टेट है या सप्लाई आउटसाइड द स्टेट है. ओके, नाउ वी शैल सी द बेनिफिट्स ऑफ GST. GST इज वन नेशन वन मार्केट, and the first benefit is low compliance cost. GST implementation has brought price reduction in goods and services. Next, boosting revenue through low evasion and input tax credit. GST paid on purchase is deducted from GST payable on sale, hence net amount of GST is payable by the taxpayer. Third, growth in GDP. Economy of the nation gets stable. Next, one common market. In place of different indirect taxes of central government and state government, these taxes are subsumed in one tax only, and that is GST. Next, manufactured goods become cheaper. As the rate of GST is same at each stage, so the supply or manufacturing of goods becomes cheaper. Next, brings down logistic and inventory cost. There is significant reduction in administrative work also. Then, boosting investment. Before implementation of GST, taxpayers had to pay double taxes, which is removed under GST. So, investment has also become easier. Next, lifting up less developed states. balanced development of region would take place and consequently regional imbalance would reduce. Then giving e-commerce sector a boost. There is a reduction in size of tax evasion and tax system has got success to establish transparency. And the last is replacing multiplicity of taxes. Indirect tax system becomes very simple due to withdrawal or elimination of different indirect taxes. Now, rate of GST. GST are covered under one indirect tax that is known as GST or Goods and Services Tax. Under this act, different tax rates are determined on the basis of necessity of goods and services. These tax rates are decided keeping in mind the nature of needs from basic needs to luxury needs. The range of GST rates is between 0% and 28%. GST rates for intra and interstate supply of goods or services or both are as follows. Here you can see a chart presenting the schedule and GST rate from schedule 1 to schedule 6. Then the tax rate or tax slab you can say for interstate and intrastate both, which is much easier while solving the practical sums. जैसे कि पहले बोला था IGST में सारा टोटल अमाउंट होता है और वही दो पार्ट्स में डिवाइड हो जाता है CGST और SGST को. तो 5% का आप देख सकते हो, 2.5 2.5 दोनों में है. सेम वे आगे भी सारे दिए हुए हैं, 12 18 28 3% एंड द लास्ट 0.25%. तो उसका भी हाफ हो जाएगा 0.125% एंड 0.125%. ओके. So, hope you all have understood. Now there are some questions. First is implementation of GST is in the year which? Then what is input tax credit? And the last is what are the present slabs of GST? Please, if you have any query, do comment and also answer these questions in the comment box. Thank you.